Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. We're talking about Jesssfam. What's up? Good morning, everybody. It's Jesssfam. I have not talked to a Jesssfam in what seems like a year or something like that. She just became irrelevant. She's garbage. But some of my biggest stories and biggest tea drops have been about Jesssfam. So I haven't covered her in a while, so let's take a look at what she's doing these days, considering the laws in California has changed too. So let's have a look. But very coffee. I've got it's cinnamon and brown sugar, what's that? Torani, cinnamon and brown sugar coffee. Holy shnikes. It's giving fall vibes. I know I don't want to rush fall, but as soon as fall hits, my backgrounds are going to be the best backgrounds you have ever seen. Okay, we're in the summer vibe still. We're August. I don't want to rush it. I sort of do, but I don't. You know, as soon as September hits, we're getting into fall vibes, Halloween full fall vibes, and Halloween vibes. My back screen, my window, is my favorite thing I've ever done in my studio. If you want to know how to do this, it's actually quite easy. I watched a tutorial in it, and then I made a tutorial, then I deleted the video because I'm a freaking idiot. But basically, it's 3 TVs, cheap ones. I think these are 50-inch each. I'm not sure, maybe something like 60 inches. And basically, you can set them so that they work this way on its side, I think. No, it doesn't work that way. The computer does it that way. So you set them up this way, and there's this little module you can buy that sits on my computer back here. It's a little black thing right there. You see that? That thing connects to all 3 of the little receivers on the TV. A little sticky thing sits on the receiver so they can all operate on one remote control. It's so cool. It's so easy to do. And then your computer itself, if you have NVIDIA, runs them simultaneously as a big screen. Westy loves watching like Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff down here. It's like a huge TV, but it's a window. Do you know? Anyway, I don't know why I told you that. Also, head to dadchallengepodcast.com to get your shirts today. New drops are coming soon. World's okay. Some mom, yes. And I think we should do some other ideas. I think we should get some good fall vibes. We're gonna have a snark shirt. We need some more stuff. I need new drops, so we'll consider it. We're gonna do another Never Forever drop. It's gonna be way cooler than the other one. You wait. It's gonna be dope. We're doing good things over here in Dad Challenge Podcast, and that's all because of you. Because we love you. Because you're awesome. Anyway, Jesssfam. I have not talked about Jesssfam in a little while. Remember when I had Jesssfam's ex-best friend on, and it was like a huge bombshell that we discovered that literally Chris was an SAer, and nobody seems to care. Nobody cared. It's crazy that Jesssfam's a piece of garbage. We have learned in the past that Jesssfam has broken the law, and she's outwardly admitted it, and like pouring sugar in someone's gas tank. Is disgusting. She got pregnant on purpose because she thought she was gonna get on 16 and pregnant. Like, Jesssfam is a whole lot of shit, right? She is not good at all. There's not one good thing about Jesssfam that exists. She does not bring anything good to the world. She doesn't make it a better place. She's just garbage. She has like 18 baby dads, and she's so proud of it. Like, baby daddy girl, I'm over it. Okay, Jesssfam is a piece of shit, and always has been. And as the emergence of my channel has grown, okay, and the child exploitation conversation has exploded, which it has, there are now laws being made, obviously, especially where she lives in California. And Jesssfam has already admitted that she pays her kids, and I actually believe Jesssfam. I do. I don't know if she pays them what she's supposed to owe them now, but I believe that she does. But I still don't give a shit if you pay your kids. I don't care if you give them 100% of the profits. It's still exploitation. Those kids still don't get any privacy, and there's been some shit going on Jesssfam's channel. She's exploiting her sons who are now coming into puberty, and allowing adult females, and probably males too, comment on their looks to the point where it's disgusting. That if someone were to approach one of my children and be like, they're so good looking, and I'll be like, are you okay? Like, this one. I don't know if I will get copyright strikes for this music, but basically it's, you guys know this theme, right? It's, do you have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. I'm just gonna mute it for now, but basically this guy made a post about it. Now watch this. Your daughter is very beautiful. Thanks, she's a great kid. First of all, don't ever comment on a child's looks, ever, ever, ever. Can we agree on that? Thanks. You can tell by looking at her that she's going to have men lined up around the block. What in the She's 9. I know, I'm just saying you're going to have to beat all the men away with a stick. You're saying you can already tell how sexually attractive my kid is. Oh my gosh, everyone's so sensitive. You can't compliment anyone anymore. Yeah, so that's basically what's going on in Jess Fam's channel, right? So that's one big thing that's been happening. Let's see if I can find it on the Reddit. And Jess Fam has continued to clickbait garbage about her kids for the first time. Being like, Jess Fam has overly sexualized herself, and she does it with her children as well because of the way that she clickbaits her thumbnails and things like that. And if you Google Jess Fam on YouTube, if you type in Jess Fam on YouTube, it'll come up Lilia period. That's Jess's fault, by the way, if you know that. Okay, Jess Fam is developmentally arrested at about the age of 16 or 17 because that's when she became a mom. She has not grown up. She will never grow up. She's very self-centered, very self-absorbed. Doesn't have a fence around her pool either, by the way, everybody. One of her kids almost died by the pool, and I'm pretty sure that if after the Emily Kaiser thing, that thing had happened, she would have faced more repercussions from it. But once she had cameras on her pool, nobody's watching her kids, and they're jumping in a concrete edged pool or the hot tub backwards, almost smashing his head on the pool, almost dying. And she's posting this on the internet like it's a flex. Like she doesn't watch her kids while they swim, which is bananas. Still curious what the three-way situation. No, we know who the three-way was with. He was with her ex-best friend who came on my show and talked about it. But also, consent is very, very important, and Chris did not get consent to make out with her. He took that from her, and it's disgusting that he got away with it. Oh, they're on their Ozempic era. They're in their Ozempic era. Holy shit, Chris, are you okay? What the hell, bro? They're both taking massive amounts of Ozempic. That's crazy. DCP isn't posting Jess's videos. Here you go, everybody. She's making Instagram for her kids. We knew that was good. Jess is a piece of shit. Like, why are people so surprised when a piece of shit does piece of shit things? She's in her piece of shit era. She's iconically a piece of shit. Oh, I hate Jess Fam. I guess I can go to her TikTok. Let's just do that. Oh, I'm blocked by Jess Fam. That's why. Here it is, Jess Fam official. So she posts pictures of her kids, and she knows that she's going to get sexual comments about her kids because this is the internet, right? Here. Sorry I'm late. The twins were throwing a fit. The fit. They're wearing soccer outfits. Get it? The fit. Kyson, biggest hear me out. Now, it's likely a teenager, but why is a teenager who looks like she's 12 commenting about the hear me out? If you don't know what hear me out means, it's basically I want to have sex with this person. That's what this means, everybody. There are teenagers, so she's posting on her channel commenting about how they want to have sex with her teenagers, and she leaves the comments up. Someone here asking how old is Kyson? Unpopular opinion, but Caden... Like this, every comment is about, does he have a girlfriend? They're so fine. Can I get a hi? Caden, like they're comparing the two sexually, and Jess Fam knows that this is going to happen. And y'all, Kyson has been my hear me out since 2023. See, it's the hear me out. It's all the hear me out, everybody. This young 12-year-old, hear me out. Like that's what the internet and Jess Fam leaves them up. She doesn't even monitor their comments at all. See all the hear me outs? And Jess Fam loves this. Jess Fam cannot wait to be a grandmother in her 30s. Cannot wait. And you know she'd exploit the living shit out of that. See, look at all the hear me outs. Like, how old are you, Betsy? You're like 6. Where are your parents? Like, this is what's wrong with the internet, everybody. And Jess Fam is feeding this and turning her kids over to these types of people. It's giving Summer I Turned Pretty, right? I don't know what that is. It's a new show, I guess. And if anything, this proves too is that Jess Fam is followed by lots and lots and lots and lots of teenagers, like a lot. And so when she gets on her channel and talks about having threesomes and everything else, that's who Jess Fam is talking to. Jess Fam is a absolute huge piece of shit. Okay, and you'll never convince me otherwise. All right, it's just not gonna happen. So then where was the other one? So the one we're gonna snark on today is she decided that she's going to use her kids at home more for more content. She knows exactly what she's doing here. It's pedo-baiting and it's disgusting. The comments are scary because there's no proof the people commenting are actually teenage girls. And from another angle, it's not nice to Caden 99% of the comments being about Kai. If he reads them, how will that impact his self-esteem? Of course, it's only a positive that he isn't sexualized, but a 13-year-old boy won't see it like that. I hope these boys take a leaf out of TNC's book and request stop being posted. They won't. It's getting worse. She's going to start homeschooling them now. Jess Fam is going to homeschool children. Can I say that again for you guys in the back if you didn't hear it? You want to hear it again? Jess Fam, the absolute donut of a human being, is going to homeschool her children. She's a dumbass. It should be illegal. People are like, this should be illegal. I agree with you. It shouldn't be able to. This is like, and she's so happily exposes her kids to this type of content and wants people to comment on her children. So happily does it. And again, with the thumbnails, you can't mistake that she does put it out there like she means to say the other thing. Like when you say my daughter's first time, what are you trying to elicit? Who are you trying to attract to your channel for that video, right? So Jess Fam's channel is literally made up of teenagers and PDF files. That is her whole channel. That is her whole audience. Isn't that great? Everybody's not awesome? Cool for her kids, right? This is another one someone said posted by SD Seal Society. This is someone sharing Jess Fam's post, and they probably got blocked right away. It said, bummed when we see influencers, quote unquote, encouraging the taunting and harassment of the local wildlife. Please speak out against this if you see it. And they're taunting local wildlife, and she's, of course, got her phone out. She's filming the whole thing. Jess Fam will never learn. And she doesn't, again, guys, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. And so that's a local place calling her out, saying, stop harassing wildlife. Kay and Jess kind of seemed to be on the beach and then left when approached. I get they may have been a bit close to the beach, but they weren't going right up to them or intentionally harassing them. Here's another one. The comments on this video are insane. Yes, some are from kids his age, but others are from full adult women saying, hear me out, or he's always been fine. Always. He's 13. Again, even if you have kids his age commenting on that stuff, that's inappropriate. Okay, to leave that stuff on the internet. And where are those children's parents? Oh my gosh. This video and comments is why I don't put your kids on social media. And instead of protecting him, she'll continue exploiting for cash. My flabbers are gasted. When her kids are in the video, the view counts explode. Jess Fam makes a lot of money on social media. How much? She has 4 million subscribers on TikTok. She's dead on YouTube, but TikTok, she's growing. And every time it's it's just Jess, even with her ass, she can't get over 1 million views. Okay? Because it's Jess Fam and ew. I hate her popularity. And people are like, you're jealous, Josh. I'm not jealous. I think that Jess Fam has gotten away with being one of the biggest child exploiters on the internet. And I think it's shit. It's crazy. Anyway, a lot of people commenting on that. And of course, instead of protecting your child, she treats it like a flex and exploits them even more. And she allows it because any reaction to her is a good thing. I swear, I would have my kids off the internet in a heartbeat if anyone said a tiny bit about the shit that people say about her kids. She doesn't care, guys. She likes it. And until one of her kids gets hurt or otherwise, even then, she'll exploit the shit out of that. Oh my God, Chris is such a loser. What does Chris do all day? Chris should be in prison, first of all. Anyone know what Chris actually does all day? We know he doesn't work, and we know he doesn't travel to spend time with his kids very often at all. I can appreciate he might not want to be on camera as much anymore. Who could blame him? But I swear, in Jess's vlogs, not like he's not even there, but not on camera. Jess appears to do all the child and animal care as well as errands. It appears neither of them cook. Does he game? Is he depressed, sleeping all day? He likes the money, but hates his life. Okay, he probably does game all day. I think he mainly games all day and plays taxi for the kids' activities. He takes awkward photos with her when it looks like she doesn't even want to touch her. I've always, from the very beginning, thought he absolutely is spicy. Gaming, paintball, administering Ozempic, kids taxi driver, Jess's photographer. Kisses Jess's arse. With that many kids and that many activities and that big of a house and that big of a property, I feel like it would be easy to stay busy. Jess thinks she's a bombshell. Like, get you someone who loves you like Jess Fam loves Jess Fam, okay? Jess Fam, he's a California too. Okay, and she thinks she's a dime. She's not. She is not. Anyway, so basically we're gonna go and watch this video here. She's homeschooling her kids now, and I want to see what she's gonna do. So I know we haven't snarked on Jess Fam in a while. Let's do it. Gotta bring her back in the rotation. Okay, can you read that? And the fact that her 9-year-old is literally on her phone 24 hours a day is actually crazy to me, and no one seems to care at all. Because if you go, where is it? In this video, you'll see it. This girl is glued to this phone 24 hours a day because influencers don't parent their kids. They put them on camera for content and then they disappear from their lives.
Who is an adult female leatherback sea turtle found nesting on
Sorota Beach, Panama.
Whoa. She measured 155.
So Jess Fam is putting this in camera because she's like, look, my kids can read. Well, that's not because of you. That's because they've gone to school up to this point, right? But they can't read very well, obviously. All that to say is that any progress that they've had in school is going to be disappeared if they homeschool. Because Jess Fam there's just no way she's going to be able to properly homeschool these kids. She can't properly parent them. How's she going to homeschool and parent and do content? It's not going to happen.
7 years. Let's see how good that is. Researchers.
Jess, can you just wear a shirt once in your life? Just wear something that fits your body. Just once. I'm begging you. I'm literally begging you. Okay? I'm begging. Just wear something that fits you. Ugh.
Morning! I am back to reality today, and the last video that you guys saw, I was already in reality, so it doesn't feel much different for you guys, but Chris and I actually just got back from Maui a couple of days ago.
To take pictures. They probably didn't hang out. They just hung up for these pictures and then they went and did their own thing. And they're standing by a pineapple, by the way, if you didn't know that. That means that they do things. And they did, and Jess has admitted.
Our 10-year anniversary, we had a
holy cow, Jess. You need to get some sunscreen.
fantastic time and completely a reset, which is good because we are getting ready to go back to school. And before I touch on that, because I have a lot to say,
She's number 7.
we got to the kids. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. Where do I start? Lottie?
I forgot how annoying she is. Isn't she 40? Something like that.
There's so much happening right now. First things first, Alani's new flavor, because it is officially Halloween in the air, at least.
It is not officially Halloween in there. It's August, the middle of August. And she probably filmed this at the beginning of July.
In my book. But what I was saying is, we got back from Maui, we brought all of the kids each a little souvenir. Addie's was this follow bracelet, which I love these. They also
Look it. I got Pebbles.
You got Pebbles.
Number 7.
They also sell these at Disney. These are just honestly worth the hype. These are so cool. They're little bracelets, and it's really cool. They have like a great mission.
Oh my god, cut more out of there so we can't hear what you're saying.
We purchased these.
This is how we bang them in at these videos?
Support. This one is the Sea Turtle Conservancy. Is that what it's called? But that's what I got.
June 30th.
That's where she was on June 30th. What did we bring you back from Maui?
A Skippy Bowl.
A Skippy Ball. We each had a little, nothing crazy.
Maybe clean your windows.
Just a little, I'm thinking about you, personalized thing. Okay, yeah, Landon, you haven't put this to you.
See, look, no fence around their pool. They have a fence around their yard, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have a fence around your pool. Jess hasn't learned anything.
See it. Oh my gosh, our poor yard has been. Chris should have cut it.
What the hell does Chris do? He doesn't even cut the grass? That's my favorite thing to do, is cut the grass. What a lazy bastard. It's not even grass, it's just weeds, man. Cut your grass.
And tomorrow we are declaring get ready for the rest of the year. We gotta go to IKEA. What?
This is my favorite because Panthers has Disney on it.
Oh, look at you. Love that. Over the
Ew. What is that when I'm, ew, right? Am I picking up those vibes, those weird vibes? The kids are getting older and she's starting to like, we're getting the icks, right? Are we not getting, that just me or am I getting the icks? What's that called? What's that called when a mother like, covert incest? That's what I was looking for. It's SA that doesn't involve contact, but rather involves a lot of emotional abuse and manipulation. It's called covert incest or covert SA. Oh my gosh, it is. Typically, covert sexual abuse, emotional incest occurs when a child's parents have distanced themselves from one another physically and emotionally. That'd be Jess and Chris. And it's not even their dad. Often this is caused by addiction or mental illness. This distancing has caused one of the parents to focus on a child, seeking solace and emotional fulfillment by turning the child into a surrogate partner. Meanwhile, the child's developmental needs are ignored, and as a result, emotional growth, especially the area of healthy romantic attachment, is stunted. Guys, when she did that, and the way that she treats her kids and the way that she sexualizes them on the internet, I think that Jess, allegedly, is performing covert incest with her children. I think you're seeing a lot of that with influencer culture. Maybe they don't mean to show that, or maybe they think they're faking it on the camera and they don't realize that that's what it is or what it's showing. But that's what it feels like Jesssfam does. She treats her children like they are her boyfriends. I've just picked up on that now. But covert incest. Ugh. And the victim learns their value is based on not who they are, but whether they can successfully please, soothe, or satisfy the abuser. I don't think Jess wants to hear this. I don't think she wants to hear this, but this, if you're reading this, I'm not saying that's who she is, but if it's not ringing some bells when it comes to Jesssfam, you're wrong, because it absolutely is. And there are other influencers out there Reach out to me if you've seen this and other influencers where they treat their boys like this, and I will do an entire series, and I will start doing deep diving research into covert incest, because I think that's happening a lot on these channels, and it's really gross. Jess Fam, again, don't forget that she is mentally a teenager. She is developmentally arrested as a teenager because of the way she acts, the way she dresses, the way she treats everybody around her, the way she gets into drama. Remember, she argued with those teenagers on the internet during COVID, like low-level flirting with them. That's disgusting, everybody.
Like 24 hours. I'm gonna get.
I'll show you that again.
Yeah. What?
This is my favorite because Panthers has Disney on it. Oh.
Right? Am I wrong? I could be wrong, though. But am I wrong? Like, is anybody else getting the damn ick from Jesssfam now? These poor kids, man. That line right there. These relationships are without a doubt sexualized, and from the sexualization, the victims learn that their value is based not on who they are, but how they can successfully please or soothe or satisfy people. Oh my gosh. Damn, Jess. You're not even hiding it anymore. And again, the fact that she puts her kids out there in a sexualized way for internet strangers, it's like she's proud of that, and she wants to be, she's enamored by her children in that way. And when other people say it, she's like, see, I'm right. It's like she's justifying her own inner desires by putting them out there for other people to comment on those inner desires. Shit.
Yeah. Love that. Over the next 24 hours, I've got to get to IKEA. I've got to get to Costco.
We gotta get new clothes for you.
I need to get a new dresser. Oh, I can look at that at IKEA. Remind me how you send out IKEA. Dresser, desk. We have a whole big project coming up because we actually have some new
explosive news. And she always like talks it up like it's like, oh my gosh, like you won the lottery or something. They're just homeschooling. That's literally what they're doing. And look how she draws it out. Watch, it's gonna piss you off.
My camera is so broken.
Wait.
Stay.
Stay.
We have
A lot of news. Very important news. We haven't tried this yet, besides when everyone tried it.
we made a really, really big change this year. We're a little nervous about it.
Jess, your skin is that of a mummified person from Egypt. You need to relax and drink some more water.
A little nervous, but we're mostly excited about it.
We're a little nervous. I'd be nervous too if this is the lady teaching me school.
It's a change that all of us made together, and there's no like deep, dark reasoning behind it other than
Just want to try it.
yeah, we want to try it.
That's it. You just want to try it? Okay.
Things.
A little late.
Try new things. We're all really excited about it, but we have decided that we are homeschooling this year.
Homeschool.
Don't they have friends and shit at school? Like, it's a little late. These kids are 13 and you're going to try homeschooling now? I saw a meme the other day and it was like, kids back in our day, the homeschool kids back in our day, they were weird. And now homeschool kids are the normal ones, and people at school are like, are identifying as cats and shit. I've never seen anything so true. And again, I didn't hate homeschool kids. I just knew a lot of them, and all of them were weird. All of them were weird, because I think that's the Christian fundamentalist Christians homeschool kids that I grew up with, and not just normal homeschool kids. And so the Christian fundamentalist homeschoolers, and I think to this day probably still are the weirdest of them all, right? But they are some of the most intelligent that I've ever seen. They get, some of them are finished school, like high school, by like 13, 14. They're very smart. Very smart. They're just not very, in my era, they just weren't very socialized. Now it's different. Like the internet has changed everything. The communication between kids, they don't even socialize face to face anymore. They're always doing it on the phone anyway. So homeschool today could be completely different, and I believe it is, because I get a lot of heat when I say homeschool kids are weird. I'm saying my era of homeschool kids are weird. And I think that's where the stereotype came from, and I don't think it's like that anymore. So I just wanted to clear that up, because every kid is weird now.
I'm so nervous.
Talked about it for a long time.
I'd be nervous too. Look who's teaching you homeschool. Bitch can't even read.
And we went back and forth, and what it came down to is that honestly, all of our kids are extremely involved in their extracurricular activities.
Like, what are you saying? The kids who are in school can't be involved in extracurricular activities? Like, that happened. Everybody is. They still go to school. What do you mean? So you're going to take them to school so they can play soccer? I think Jess thinks her kids are going to be pro soccer players, and they're not. Again, any athletes, you come to Deshawn from Doherty Dozen and Jess Fam's kids, I'm telling you, like, none of Nelson's dance. You got Everly LeBrant dance. Everybody thinks that their kid's a superstar. None of them are. None of these kids are. It's literally 1 in a million. And if you were a superstar, your whole family's attention would be put on that. You wouldn't even have a time to do any of this other stuff. So they're not. They're just not. By the way, when I was on vacation with Weston at Legoland this past weekend, the minis, the Little League World Series was on. Holy shit, those kids are good. Holy shit, they're good. Pitching 75 miles, 80 miles an hour, and they're 12? What? And they're closer to the plate. So they were doing this conversion that in the big leagues, that would look like 105 miles an hour coming out. And these kids are still hitting it. Low scoring because the pitching in these, it's all but pitching, right? If you have a good pitcher, you're going to win the whole World Series. It's pitching. And they're only allowed to pitch 65, which is kind of crazy. But holy cow, these kids are very, very, very talented. I was impressed. Amazing, by the way.
Lilia spends 4 to 5 days a week at dance. Addie is now at cheer every single day. You, Kaden, and Landon are at soccer.
You and Mom are always editing.
But they're
You and Mom?
actually all in travel sports, and it takes up the majority of our anyway.
No, travel sports doesn't happen when school is on. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't. No travel sport out there, no matter what you're in, is like, hey, we play sports. I mean, I'm sure it happens on an odd Friday here and there, but it's not like you can't put your kids in school anymore because we have sports. That doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't. You just want your kids home for more content. That's what you want them home for.
It remotely follows our content. With travel sports comes a lot of opportunities and travel weekends, and I recently just buckled down and looked into the amount of time kids spend learning in school, and I feel like this is like a pretty well-known thing.
For a good reason. They need to learn. What?
But we just got to a point.
So you want your kids to learn less and play more soccer? Is that what you're telling us? What the hell? Give your kids an education, Jess. I know you don't want them to be educated because you're not. I know she's educated. I'm not saying she's not. But I don't understand why with this huge push from influencers to not educate their kids. Why do you do this to your kids? Because she's like, they got Instagrams. They're going to be YouTubers. They don't need it. They honestly believe that their kids don't need education. And it's crazy, man.
Or it just kind of makes sense for a family.
Do you know that Piper Raquel can barely read, according to people close to her, can barely read? And she says because she's dyslexic, it's not. It's because her mother didn't educate her. Her mother prioritized making content for literally her entire, when she's between the ages of 9 and now to 18. That kid for the last 10 years has not been educated. She's been making content every day for 10 years. And did not get schooled. She can't read. She can't do math. She has no discernible skills. Will she be a millionaire? Probably. When all that passes, what are they going to have? Let your kids get an education so that they can choose what they want to do with life. Jess Fam is prioritizing sports for children who probably aren't that good at it over their educations. That's crazy. And she's so proud of it. Holy lip filler. When did that happen? Look at the friggin' migration here. Good Lord, Jess Fam. I thought you only did it once.
We started the talk as a family, and we all kind of looked at the pros and cons, and ultimately I gave the kids the decision for
yeah, the kids. Let's let your kids choose their path. You idiots. I don't want to go to school. Sounds good. You think these kids are going to learn more?
If this is something they wanted to try, if it doesn't work out, we can always go.
And don't forget, the reason that she has him on camera, by the way, again, if you guys are wondering, is because he gets the most sexualized comments. That's why she has him here. He gets the most attention currently in this family channel, and that's why he's there. You don't ever miss that about Jess Fam, okay? Used to be Lilia. That no longer is. It's now Addie and this kid. And that's why who's mainly in the thumbnails.
But I have a feeling we're going to really like it.
Yeah, and I can't even do freaking high school soccer.
Yeah, he can't even. That's another thing, is with the level of soccer that they compete at, they're not even allowed to do sports in school. So
what? Why? What? I've never heard of that. Why? I'm genuinely asking. She's probably right, but why? So you're not allowed to play because you play at a higher level, and the higher level says, well, if you're going to play for us, you have to sign a contract or whatever, or an agreement saying you can't play high school because we need you here, and if you get injured at high school, you're kind of screwed. I can see that. Okay, I can see that. I thought it was something else.
It's just, I don't know if that's standard across the nation or what that is, but when you're part of MLS Next, which is the top tier kids youth soccer, you're not allowed to. So that was just another thing of
So he doesn't get an education because It's not just school sports. Don't play school sports then. You can still go to school though. I don't get the logic there. Well, he can't even play high school soccer. So he can go to high school though to get education. What the hell? What these priorities of these influencers is mind-blowing to me.
Oh, we have 3 full-blown adults at home 24/7, one of which is a retired teacher, and
Yeah, why don't you let her retire? You think she wants to teach your children, who are probably a bunch of spoiled brats, school? She retired for a reason.
if it makes sense for anybody, I feel like we fit that.
So you're just forcing your mom out of retirement to teach your children because they're young. There's probably still 10 years plus of education for your children. You're just gonna be like, Mom, you're not retired anymore. Back to school, bitch. What? I'd be pissed.
Dynamic. So it's gonna be really interesting.
And just because there are 3 full-time parents at home because they're all lazy bastards doesn't mean you're gonna get an education. Chris is literally busy playing video games. You're gonna change his whole lifestyle so he can teach these children things? What's he gonna teach them? How to essay your best friend at a party? Is that what he's gonna teach them? Don't forget, that's going to live with this guy forever on my channel and forever. It's going to live forever. When these kids grow up and they see these and they're original kids, and you know what? Their kids and their mom and their stepdad on the other side, they've seen that video, right? And now they know that about their dad, that he essayed one of her best friends and they have threesomes and they're disgusting pigs. They know that. It's great, eh? Good for you putting that on the internet, Jess.
Transition. We're so excited about it, and we are all doing it. So all of the kids,
You should redo it, Jess. You should do it too.
All of the kids are doing, even Lily, especially Lily. She already has like high school experience, and so it just really made sense.
It makes sense so you can make more content. That's what it makes sense.
That being said, we all got a little taste of some version of homeschool during like the whole virtual schooling situation. Definitely open to suggestions and tips and advice, please.
Virtual school, asshole. That's not homeschooling. It's a different world. And I agree with that was stupid. But nice thumbnail, love it. Yes, take that one, Tyson. She's like, well, we already did it. You didn't do it and it sucked. And I'm admitting it here on camera and you know that it sucked because that's the face you're making. And so what? You hate it so much that you're gonna do it again? That makes sense. Off, man, with these the logic in these people's heads. Ugh! Coffee's got to be snarky today.
Please. But this is going to be a fun new journey for us.
This is going to be my kids aren't going to learn anything. Yeah, content.
I'm excited. Me too. I'm nervous. I'm going to be your teacher. Kind of.
Oh my God.
Not really. They do have teachers. There's one thing that I've learned. Yeah. One thing that I've learned, and again, I wouldn't say I'm in the early research phase because we've made the decision. So like we have researched it, but I still feel like there's a lot that we don't know. But I've learned that there's many different ways that you can homeschool. You can, make your own curriculum. You can get someone else's. Anyway, we're going through a charter school. So like we have a curriculum. We're following like all the California state standards. Like it's going to be they have a teacher that they can check in with, although they don't go in person. But yeah, it's gonna be a big change. And
they're gonna check up with the teacher and be like, who's teaching you shit? All of these kids failed. They can't even read. Yeah, but look at all the content we made.
I'm so excited. It doesn't start until the end of this month. But since this is obviously a very big change, we're gonna have 5 kids home full-time. I say full-time very lightly because like I said, they spend many hours at all of their extracurricular activities. But we're gonna work on your vocab.
Right? Are you picking up the vibes? Like, it's creeping me out the more I see it. I think it's a big problem. I think we overlook it a lot. We don't, a lot of things we don't have names for. And then when you get names for them, they start making a lot of sense. Like main character syndrome, we understand that that's most of influencers. They have if you can literally spend days making videos about yourself, only about yourself for the internet to ingest, that's main character syndrome. It's a selfish, narcissistic syndrome. I don't know. When the DSM-6 comes out, hopefully it's going to be updated with all these digital personality things that are going on in the world right now with influencer culture. You're going to see a whole bunch of these because you got to be careful though. They're mental illnesses. These people have mental illnesses on full display and nobody seems to understand what they are. Once we fully start understanding them, maybe the laws can catch up. Do you know what I'm saying? Ugh. Jess is disgusting the way that she looks at and treats her children, her boys specifically, this boy specifically.
But with this change, I wanted a space for everybody to be able to have like a common area where they can all focus on school. Although I don't know if that's going to be the best way to go about it. I don't know if they're going to prefer to work in their rooms, which they all have desks in their rooms, or like I said, we're going to learn as we go. But one thing.
Yeah, learn as you go. That sounds good for your kids' education. Not knowing anything, just going as you go. Fake it till you make it, folks. This is your kids' education, Jess. You twat.
I love it's one of my favorite rooms, but it kind of
Why are the curtains so high up on the thing?
it's not used for the things that I had originally wanted it to be used for. It's this green room. It was just gonna be
Jess. I will never get over it. Walking into this lady's house, she doesn't have any friends anyway, but imagine walking to this lady and just, what's this? It's my YouTube channel. You just have, in the middle of your family room, you just have your logo on your wall with your name on it. I'll never get over it. She's just a straight up narcissist. She's main character syndrome. Jess is main character in everything.
But we're gonna transform this area, because as you can see, this is kind of what it...
Why does Jess Fam's house look like this? Holy horror. I didn't know she was a hoarder.
Just being real with you, this is kind of what it turns into. It's like a storage area. We've got like the dog stuff over here, lots of school supplies, which are now going to be homeschool supplies, a backpack area, which is not going to be needed anymore, I think. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how this works, but we're going to learn. We're just blindly going into it. Here we go. Not blindly, like I said.
You are blindly going into it. That's you're right. And she's like, wait, no, we're not. Don't comment on the blindly thing.
Literal credentialed teacher living with me.
Yes, but that doesn't mean she's going to teach the kids. Your eyes are far apart. I didn't realize that. Again, your mother's retired. So again, are you pulling her out of retirement? Is that what you're doing? That seems not fair to your mother.
We've done a lot of research.
Who already watches your kids more than you do. Okay, can I point this out? This is what I was talking about bullnosing. See this? I had to learn how to do this. My wife and I did it ourselves. And so because it has rounded corners, which is, I hate it. I do like it when it's done, but we did it. And we didn't even get divorced. It's close though. This is the beginning of doing this. We were like, I had to like hide the knives because she was going to stab me. But we did it. And then halfway through, we found this really cool way of doing it that worked for both of us. And then we just killed it. And then my painter came in and then he caulked it all and it looks like we were professionals. I would like to point that out. I'll show you when I do the kitchen hole walkthrough thing. But like, that's what I'm talking about bullnosing. Because on a normal wall that's a 45-degree angle or 90, whatever it is, it just butts up, right? You just do a miter and it butts up and it looks good. Here you have to do an angle at a 22.5 inch or 22.5 degree cut with an inch on the outside and 3/4 of an inch on the inside. It fits in the corner and then they come in at 22.5 degrees. And then you got to figure out which way the angles are on the saw. I had to buy a new saw. But I did it. And I saved myself probably $4,000 or $5,000. Proud of myself and proud of my wife. She killed it. She killed it, man.
Back to the IKEA talk. I need to get to IKEA because I know exactly what desk situation I want here. But we need to get that. And we need to get that ready because they start school in T-minus 2 weeks. Which means we have 2 weeks to transform this entire room. We were looking at your schedule though today. It's going to be like 3-ish hours a day.
Wait, what?
3 hours, that's it?
3 hours a day, period.
Homework.
That all of your work is homework.
Wait, what?
It's homeschool.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't have extra work. You just do your homeschool. It's just 3 hours like a day.
Need to tell you?
No, what happened?
Hey, come on.
Oh, I believe it. Layden is the most organized soul. I won't look here.
Don't look at it.
What happened in here? Hi, Bobby.
Soccer,
Love that.
Under Armour,
Love.
expensive stuff,
Oh,
Why does this kid have expensive stuff?
okay. Shoes, cologne.
and
Why does a 7-year-old need cologne? What do you need cologne for? You just acts like the rest of us had to when we were young. You spray the shit out of that. You walk around flammable like the rest of us did.
more shoes and underwear.
I can't say I'm shocked. You do love your shoes.
And
How's your closet going?
If you're gonna put your kids on the internet, make sure they wear clothing. That's probably a good start.
where my other boxes?
Oh, keeping your boxes? Are you going to be a box hoarder?
Keep your boxes, you have to resell them in the boxes.
Oh,
So I'm trying to get enough shoes to resell.
got it. Okay, so you got a plan. We made it to
She has favorites, by the way.
IKEA. It has been so long since we've been to IKEA. The kids don't even remember coming here. It's been that long. But as you guys know, we are on the hunt to build our dream homeschool room. So we are starting here at IKEA, but we're actually starting with the food court. We're gonna get some food because we have to go straight from...
Can I say that IKEA food is super disgusting? When I was young and poor, it was like, yeah, it's great, it's a meal. And now it's still like $30 to eat there, and it's really gross. Okay, it's gross. Their food is disgusting. Stop eating at IKEA. The gravy's good though. You buy the packets of gravy, that's the only thing that's good at IKEA. I buy the packets of gravy and they're really good.
They have so much cool stuff here, bud. I gotta teach them the IKEA ways. Yeah, you know what? Normally we would come when you guys were in school. So now you guys get to come with us and help set up your class.
See, there it is. Now you guys get to come with us because content. We need you more in content because you guys get a lot of comments and we want to make sure we keep feeding the freaking disgustoids on the internet with comments about you.
And then we're gonna go see all of the options in the same place. Okay, here's your chairs.
Holy Jess. Are you tripping or something? Are you falling over when you're filming this?
Wait, I love this yellow chair. Let's grab a whole one.
That shit will slide right out of there. That's not gonna help you.
Alright, mission accomplished.
What?
We didn't get
You tell that guy doesn't do shit, man.
everything we need. We kind of ran out of time, to be honest, but we got a good chunk of it. A really good start. I do think I want to come back for round 2 things, but we got all of the desk situation, everything to start, and a good idea of where we want to like roll with this now. So we just loaded it all up, but we gotta get out of here because Addie has cheer in 30 minutes. Kyson and Kaden have soccer in 45 minutes. So, per usual.
You know, you can just not do travel sports. You know, you can just let them play normal soccer. Right? Because it's not like they're going to go play professionally. They're not.
We gotta get the heck out of here. We gotta get the ball rolling delivery of all said items. Now we gotta work on putting it all together. But I'm actually not gonna get to that today after all, like I wanted to. Chris did build the new dresser I talked about earlier. This one is so much better than the current
Those dressers are garbage.
one. And then this is all of the desks. I'm gonna link below. I actually have many of them already. Let me just show you. Is it clean in here? This is the same kind of setup that we're gonna have. These IKEA desks are superior, but we're gonna have it be all white. So it has these drawers. It comes in different colors. We got the all white one. We're gonna have a white top and then a white bottom. And then, like I said, it's gonna go across the entire wall.
God, who cares?
Give
You
me all of
suck.
your tips and advice. But that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching.
F off, Jess Fam. No one likes you. You're a douche. There you go, everybody. Jess Fam. The big aha moment for Jess Fam. And now, again, all the people out there who snark on her and stuff, even if you hate me, I don't care. You need to start looking at Jess Fam and the way that she treats her children, the way she puts them on the internet to receive comments, and the comments that they receive, and the fact that she doesn't monitor it, she doesn't monitor it, but she loves it. Again, I think it feeds into her rationalization of herself. I don't think she realizes what she's doing. I don't think she's doing it, if it is true that she is this type of thing, I don't think she realizes it. And I think that's actually scarier. The covert incest thing is a really, really big thing going on right now, especially with boy mom culture and influencer culture. It's actually kind of gross. So that was a big aha moment, not gonna lie. Ew, Jess, you're gross. Everybody take a deep breath. Wear your sunscreen or look like Jess. You're awesome. Thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. Don't forget, you're incredible. You are valuable. You're amazing. Someone has a huge crush on you. Don't tell that to Kendra, though. Someone commenting like, hey, you complimented her nails, now she's gonna fall in love with you. Damn it, I didn't even think of that. But you guys are amazing, and I will see you when I see you.